Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the Salesforce testing guy.
Hi Gandharv.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. I hope you too.
I'm very fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking. Ma'am, as you know, the agenda of today's podcast is very crystalline clear. All those questions which are coming into the mind of a freshers that how to enter into the corporate world, because you are the first person who is responsible for hiring all those or you can say that converting the sources into the resources to any organization. So I have to prepare a set of questions for you while interacting with the multiple freshers, and I just wanted to let you know to please introduce yourself first to our audience.
Okay. Uh, so for your audience, I'm Swati, and I started my career in 2014 with a recruitment consulting firm, and from where I joined as a management trainee, and then eventually I grew into HR executive over there. I was taking care of recruitments for various MNCs. My area
Okay.
of expertise was telecom at that point of time. I was majorly hiring for telecom, but somehow IT hiring clicked. I was able to understand the basic terms, but not the terminologies in detail
Okay.
that you guys as a experts in
Yes.
technology were able to do. So we were just playing around the basic technological words, and then I entered into technology hiring. On after that experience, I got an opportunity with MIT, wherein for their online department. So wherein I worked for a very short time, but it was a very useful experience that I had carried on later, because after that I shifted my complete focus to be with startups. That is,
Okay.
like in your career, there has to be a point wherein you find out what is what is the one thing that you want
Yes.
to take for long. So for me, it was to be associated with startups, wherein we can get to be a part of from the scratch how the organizations are built, how the vision, mission, and the values, culture, everything. So that was something for me to be of quite interest. And after that, all my assignments have been with startup. So currently, I'm with a startup only, Megden Softech Solutions,
Okay.
wherein the organization started last year and successfully completed 1 year this January. So this is my journey so far of approx 7 years.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. From the perception of a recruiter, I just wanted to know the difference between the hiring process in terms of off campus versus on campus. Because if I am a fresher and I am not getting an enough opportunity from my college placement, now
Mhm.
off campus is only the way where I have to put my efforts over there. So according to your perception, as an from the perception, like what is the difference between on campus and off campus?
Okay, see, on campus and off campus, and these days, like virtual hiring has also been included since the COVID has started. Okay,
Okay.
so on campus and off campus hiring, basically, if you're getting on campus opportunity or you're going off campus, so the main difference is, for on campus, you can say there would be limited competition. You would be knowing in first hand who are your competitors, since your batchmates are your competitors. So you know their strength, weakness, so what you have to present, and everything would be taken care of for you by a placement coordinator. You won't have to have that mental strength invested in finding the place or reading about the company, reading about the background. So everything is being sorted out over there,
Okay. Okay.
and you are assured in on campus that you would be recruited in some of the organization when you have a good merit or anything, while
Okay.
at the same time, in the off campus drives, there would be a variety of options that you would have. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll just try to cover the advantages only, because there is no disadvantage in any of these that I see so far. Okay,
Okay.
so in off campus, there would be variety, and you would be satisfied with the options because you yourself would be figuring out which company you want to go ahead and target. While in all on campus, sorry, that could be a restriction for you. And for off campus, you would have an early joining time. Maybe because in on campus, what happens, the pre-placements offers are given that would be after 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so now to cover out some few of the backdraw back sorry the drawbacks,
Okay.
for off campus you might have to wait, and there have been times where the on campus offers get withdrawn, while in the on off campus opportunity there won't be any such thing that you would have to face. Okay, you
Okay.
would be able to negotiate on the package also in off campus, which is a restriction in the on campus
On
hiring.
campus. Yes.
Yeah. So, like in both, overall, the choices. both choices are good. Okay, it is very great that you get placed through on-campus drives, because the major part that everyone want to start on a career with is a good package. So
Yes.
on-campus is a better opportunity for that. Yeah.
Okay.
So like overall, overall goal is to get a job. You will get from both ways anyhow.
Yes. True.
So yeah.
Okay. And I personally believe, like for example, if I'm a fresher, my first round is the my resume screening round, and my last round is the managerial round, where package discussions and negotiable round and so on and so forth. So the first round is the base of all the rounds, I must say, and here you're either shortlisted or rejected in terms of your resume writing.
Yeah.
So as per your experience and perception, how resumes are scanned by the HR recruiters?
Okay. So, if at all to talk about on this from a perspective of a fresher, so
Yes.
most of the colleges usually cover the resume making process. There are, personal development classes nowadays in most of the colleges. So the main points that one need to take care in his fresher's resume is that the person should the main criteria that we would shortlist, because we know that there would be no technology mentioned as a part of experience. It's just the merit basis, certainly the percentage of the marks that you have, and the kind of extracurricular activities you would have engaged in, or the project or the thesis that you would have submitted in. So these are the few things that need to be detailed oriented in your resume. For a fresher, certainly a one page resume, backside, front and backside, should be very sufficient one to explain what are the project theses and all.
Okay.
And just to be very sure, just what happens most of the time, people end up copy pasting the objectives. So if you
Yes.
are able to write an objective on your own, what is your objective, what is your aim, if you're able to write that on your own, because I personally, when I read some customized objective and aim, I never go down to the merit or anything, because if a person have put in that effort, so certainly the person is ready to put in more effort in learning and
True. True.
unlearning the facts that might have been in the academic procedure.
Okay. Okay. LinkedIn is one of the tool that is widely used in the market, and people and freshers know that right now this is a very important tool in order to seek any type of job. Now, how to get a referral via LinkedIn?
Okay, so see, how should a fresher approach through LinkedIn?
Yes.
Firstly, I have recently made few hires for freshers through LinkedIn only. Trust me, no other sourcing platform I had to use, because LinkedIn is such a versatile option for students to approach and recruiters to approach students. So the best way to find a referral through LinkedIn is, if you have seen some job post made by certain organization. So first thing is, either you directly reach the HR or try to find out some employees from that organization, write to them and ask them to give your reference further to the HR, so that the HR can reach you out for the interview. Because if someone is active on a social media platform, which is a professional social media platform, so certainly, like by default, it would be considered that the person is a
You.
professional one. Yeah.
Yes. Like for example, if I am a fresher and I just got selected for a second round or second technical round, or you can say that I'm got selected in the managerial round, and
Okay.
this is my last round over there, and it is a kind of an emotional moment and nervousness moment and excitement moment for me at that moment in time, and the recruiter have asked me a question like, tell me about yourself, and this is that shows that first impression is the last impression. But if I am very nervous and not be able to express myself, as you a recruiter can give me a second chance.
Mhm. Yes, certainly. Because, if as a fresher you are sitting down in front of a recruiter or a technical panel, so one benefit of doubt is always there, that you would get nervous.
Okay.
Okay, so that is always exempted, because I don't think so anyone would, want you to be 100% confident. Though there are students who get 100% confidence, who are involved in certain activities, school, college activities. So, but yes, most of the time in technical aspects, when it is a technical interview for specifically IT technology, maybe some coding language or something, certainly the weightage is not that much given to the confidence level. So that should not be a big issue for a fresher to consider as a barrier in terms of facing an interview. And one mantra that I can say, that every student that can have with them while giving an interview, a fresher, Just think the other person sitting in front of you is there just because he was on the opposite sides of chair back then,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
once you
Yes.
have that clarity that it is just matter of time that the sides of the tables are changed, you will have no fear or any anxiety at the instant interview moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you generally hire for a technical personas, like for example, sales for developers, sales for technical lead testers. What is the first approach that you will see in any of the candidate other than technical skills?
Other than technical skills,
Yes.
we are like, you want me to explain it for a fresher perspective only?
Yes, only from the perception of fresher only, because right now our target audience is fresher, and just because of COVID, freshers are not getting any a kickstart of their career. So that is why
So except from having a strong technical aspect, strong command over the languages, coding languages, I believe the students can learn out something out of the technical languages, like maybe some books they can read out on management or personal groomings, because in an interview, when you will come down to HR interview level, or you are a fresher, so technical aspects would be just bookish. So what you
yes,
would be majorly judged upon your social life presence, what is there, right? So
okay,
if you're able to talk or find a catch hold in the interview, like for example, in case if I have to screen a candidate, I would certainly go down and ask, like, if the candidate reads any book, if the person have read, or what is the hobby. So that hobby section is not just for the sake of there. So whatever you write, if you're able to talk for 5 to 10 minutes on that point, so that is being considered as another advantage point, that if some person have mentioned something in the resume and is serious about it, so again it answers about the candidate only.
yeah. It means you have to be justified whatever you have written in your resume.
Yes. So
Yeah.
whatever you write, that is why earlier, as I mentioned, customize your own objective, customize your own resume. There is no point in copying paste someone else's face, right? So
Yes.
having a resume customized on your own, proofread it 3 times, and you will have a perfect resume. Trust me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is the last question of this podcast. Is that, for example, do you believe that writing interested as a fresher in every comment is enough?
No.
Because you have seen lots of these things on regular
Yes.
basis whenever you open your LinkedIn.
It happens. Okay. So I'll like to explain it with my personal example. Okay.
Yeah.
So over LinkedIn, I have 21,000 plus connections. All right.
Yes.
So what happens when I post a job, or if my colleague posts a job and I reshare the job? So interested. There would be many comments, because I understand, being the day where on campus is on hold, only virtual hiring is going on. So interested. So you would end up in a clutter. I
Yes.
might not go back again unless until required to the first comment. I'll just go ahead in the first 5 comments, and maybe I'm able to find my candidate in those 5 comments only. So it's always recommended to write an email or ask for an email ID or phone number or a WhatsApp number. Reach out the employees of that office. So make all the possible efforts that you could make to be there in the inbox of the HR and as a top priority.
Sure, sure. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining and sharing your valuable points that will directly help to the fresher also. And at the last, if you have any feedback or if you have any suggestions to the freshers, you can share, please.
Okay, I would like to just say one thing: just be confident. Okay,
Okay.
because technology is a very dicey thing. I would say every day it will develop, so you would have to keep grooming yourself. So
Okay.
just don't think that your college is over. Keep studying. Always
Okay.
keep studying and upgrading yourself. Try to find out some new certifications to do as far as possible. Keep grooming your knowledge, yourself, and your mental abilities also.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much once again, ma'am, for sharing this particular feedback, and it will definitely help all those freshers who are looking for a
I hope.
best, you can say that job at an initial level, and these points will definitely help.
Yeah.
And in the comment section, I already mentioned your LinkedIn profile, so that if any of the freshers who is looking for a job, then he or she will directly connect with you via the same.
sure. And in fact, I am very happy to answer it on mobiles also, because I
Yes,
frequently get calls, because I am majorly involved in hiring for freshers. So
yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. Thank you, Gandharv.